whoever they want around the map. The Cottle probably down the line having some boots to travel. Prophet TPing all over the place. Could be quite a lot for Into the Breach to deal with. They will have the Solar Guardian, of course, to react to those sort of moves. But we could see Nigma Galaxy just be all over the place and may just be too much for Into the Breach to deal with.
And again, Nigma Galaxy, they have been a very aggressive team in the DPC. When you compare every single team in all regions, all divisions, they are the third highest for assists, 78.7, right? And also, they're like one of the top teams for the amount of kills in the game. Sure, it's Division 2, it's probably a little bit easier, but the fact that they are that ruthless, it is really exciting to see.
So Into the Breach, they're going to look for some action here, and they're going to find it. Oh, defensive hook. Miracle, getting somehow back to safety. And absolutely saving his life there. That would have been a first blood. But Miracle, he's in with the save.
I kind of feel bad for Into the Breach. I don't think they expected to have the Pudge so defensively positioned on poor old Sumo running around. But nice little attempt there.
Let's see if Nigma Galaxy is going to be able to set something up around this bounty route.
The hook score begins. Oh, to be fair though, that was for mind control. Okay, do you think Miracle will be better or worse than mind control at the hook rate?
It's going to depend sort of how many situations they get Miracle in where, you know, he's going to be hooking rather than just getting in on top of someone. But even then, sure, you're throwing out the close range hook. So we'll keep our eyes on it. See how well Miracle's able to land them. We'll see here, a bit of a chase down towards mind control. Ari will get held back by the stun. We're going to be able to finish off that opportunity. And on the bounty runes, as we can see, was 3 of them going the way of Nigma Galaxy to start this one off.
And I really like the cool thing here, in the bot lane, in the Radiant side, they have the ward on the top side of the trees as well. So they've set this Pudge up to be able to always hit these side lane hooks as well, you see there. And on top of that, I believe, yeah, it is the IO Pudge lane in combination. So you are going to see that super tanky Pudge at some point. He's going to pick up, like, say, a Vanguard, plus the Tether on top. Even though you have a Razor, you're probably not going to really be able to push him out of lane too much. Look, already just clicking.
Oh, there it is. First blood.
And 2-0 on the hooks. 100% hit rate on the hooks. 100% win rate in the DPC.
Got to watch out for those in the lane. Miracle will be ready to grab you.
Meanwhile, we get to see Kuroki just doing the pull shenanigans in top lane. Nothing too crazy.
That'll be fine here. We'll lose his courier. Salve Mango out to the side, but he's got plenty of tangos out currently right now. So he'll be fine to stick around. I mean, what do you sort of make of these lanes set up? Is there a lane where we're going to see difficulties?
They're all weird in their own right. I think top lane for Nigma, Nyx and a Furin, it's relatively weak in regards to the fact like Dawn plus Ench, they're the kill hungry lane. So I wouldn't expect Furin to be dying. Maybe Kuroki if he's out of position. And in bot lane, that's where I think the kills are going to be coming in. The aggression from Master, you naturally want to look for something. There's going to be these moments where you maybe grab the Pudge, but you don't have the damage, or likewise you get a hook. So I feel like bot lane's where all the killing should happen, because top lane is just going to be a pull fiesta. Nyx non-stop grabbing waves, waiting for levels, and then they'll explode into the map rather than exploding in the lane. Dawnbreaker already doing very well, 13 for 4. Furion not so much, 5-0, under constant pressure. I honestly expect Into the Breach to find kills in this top lane. They need to.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Nautica gets in. Gets the kill. Soaring's going to be done as well, so he can continue the spam in this lane and be able to be ready to go in any of those opportunities when he sees the chance to close in onto mind control.
Yeah, Nigma started that top lane being very defensive, and they weren't able to continue grabbing waves, and just in that moment of equilibrium going towards Into the Breach, they just capitalized on it really well. Like, they don't have the boots yet on Furin. Once you have boots against Dawnbreaker, you can somewhat, disengage from the fight. Also, you can use Sprout quite effectively. But until then, it's very much play on the back foot.
Top lane, Miracle standing his ground here. Not too scared of the burst that those two had. With the back up the heels of GH.
Dude, this lane's on a timer. Like, when Pudge picks up Vanguard, Into Breach like, what do we do?
Miracle already is ready to chase them down once more. A hook would probably get him the kill.
Ooh, pump faking it.
See what he's able to get here, Ari. Oh, a little too speedy. Can't get the angle there, Miracle.
Two for one. I mean, if you can keep this up the entire game, that'd be very impressive. Ari just walked back in straight away. They really are just fighting non-stop in this bot lane.
I mean, he's losing a lot of right-click damage. And Miracle has got the stick charges. Oh, he's going to try and slide a hook in. He's got it. Nice little grab there, getting Ari out of the creep wave.
Dude, this lane is so tanky. Like, you have to respect the fact that at any minute you think you have the damage, but you just turn on the flesh heap. They both have fairy fires. They both have sticks. Look at him. He's like, yes, look at me. So tanky. Yeah, really fun lane so far. But the repercussion of that, at least I think for Into Breach, they're enjoying this top lane very well.
They are. No, they should have a chance of getting this as they'll run down KuroKy. Do his best to juke. He's got a stun available.
He's just going to be buying some time, and eventually will be going down. I do like the fact that in this series, this very crucial series for who gets first place, one of our observers is literally getting paid to just watch Miracle.
That's true. We'll be having our eyes on him back here on the bottom of the lane again. And Ari is low. Has to watch out for Hook. Hook's coming his way.
Best job EU. Best job world, mate. What are you on about? Very
top
control,
lane.
though.
I mean, they are doing very well on this top lane.
Yeah, it's perfect. They've not been able to set up the lane for Nigma, where Furion's been able to play in front of tower. Because of this Enchantress, one of the better position 5s at preventing the constant pulls. Because if you do go there, you've got the Enchant slow, you've got the right click with the Blightstone. There's always being a thorn in their side.
Oh, and again, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, another one.
Perfect.
We'll see down bottom if Miracle's going to have the opportunity to get back in on this. I think he might. It's going to look to run down Xibe. Did get a bit of a boost of speed there from the jump Xibe, but that'll come to an end. Miracle is trying to get the angle. Oh, he'll get the kill. He's got the hook up. He's ready to get the two of them. Double kill for Miracle on that safe lane punch.
Oh, we're like 300 gold away from that Vanguard. Oh, 200 gold actually away from the Vanguard. Well, this bot lane, it's not going to be feeling that good.
That's going to be very terrifying to send anyone down here anymore.
And meanwhile, throughout all this kind of chaos of the side lanes, both safe lanes of the teams doing exceptionally well. You got the TA versus Coddle farm war. Of course, Coddle a little bit more effective at making stacks. You're able to stack up 2 of the Radiant jungle, whilst TA normally just farms the small camp only. But the entry to the game from the mid lane might be the deciding factor for either of these teams.
Oh, mind control.
He's just getting
I think he's got the stick charges.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah, he's got Kuro heading back over.
I mean, I don't think you often want to see a Furion getting ran up at a tier 2 that often.
See the chase here from Supreme. It's going to be on towards Sumail. At the same time, Arteka came down towards the bottom lane to make a move on Miracle. Miracle's trying to run. Sumail will go down underneath the tower. Miracle dies as well. Into the breach. Some great moves there over towards the mid and the bottom. Allows them to take down both cores.
Just perfect utilization of their spells, right? You got Arteka using his ult to go for bottom. Nice TP from Ari to help the TA mid, like just really putting the pressure on the cores. And that's the one thing I think Nigma's been able to survive throughout this entire DPC. There's not been games where Miracle and Sumail have been shut down, or at least been ran at. It's often you shut one down, but then the other comes in and fills that carry role. So I really like the fact that Into the Breach are emphasizing a lot more aggression at the start of this game, not allowing Nigma to kind of coast their way into that 12-13 minute mark where they just kind of group up and just run across the entire map for the rest of the game. So far, so good.
See down bottom Miracle.
They haven't really stopped him farming, to be fair. Sure, you get a kill, but already 3.8k. Painfully quick Vanguard. Like the panel mentioned, the Pudge, of course, into TA. TA isn't going to have too much fun once Pudge picks up some armor and an Ags. You just walk in, you eat through the refraction. You can always grip the TA as she's trying to take the fight. In doing so, unlock the rest of your draft to kind of punch and prod.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, now that level 6 is on Miracle. There's a lot of kill potential. So over towards the river. Trying to set up to take down Kadara, but Kadara's going to be okay. And now with the jump over into the breach, they'll be able to run down KuroKy. They might even have a chance for GH. The slow's there. Supreme's up to the high ground. Couple of hits with the refraction bonus damage will do it. Supreme double kill, having a very, very good time from the mid. Already 1,000 gold ahead of Sumail on the Keeper of the Light. Again, Always impressive to see a mid laner being able to out-farm a mid-Kotl this early on in the game. It just goes to show how good of a start he's having, Supreme.
Yeah, he found the kill on the Kotl. He's had his supports system. I think Ari's done a really good job. This bot lane wasn't going too well, but as soon as he enters mid, every kind of TP from Mastery or presence in the mid lane, it's led to a kill. It's not been these wasted rotations. And in doing so, they're also kind of showing how the support duo of Into the Breach is very aggressive in the early game. This Ench, this Marcy, any lane they go to, they're going to set up some type of fight. Compare that to Nigma, Nyx, and Io. They're enabling supports. They need their cores to do the damage. They're kind of helping sustain and kind of soaking up some damage. And right now, this phase of the game, it's on Into the Breach to punish that a little bit. Because if they don't punish it, it's going to get exceptionally hard to play into going, 20-odd minutes into the game.
See bottom, they try and make a move on Miracle, but Sumail's behind him, ready to back him up.
That was a bit of an optimistic move from Ari. If it was a jump with maybe one more hero plus the Dawn ult, probably fine. But at this point, you're jumping onto a Vanguard plus, what was it? Yeah, Chainmail Pudge. You're not going to be killing him off, unfortunately.
TP over towards the mid. Miracle's going to try and look to make more out of this. Mind Control's got the setup. Trapping Supreme. Miracle's in on top of him. There'll be a Solar Guardian heading over to try and keep Supreme safe and maybe give Into the Breach a chance of turning this around. They'll look towards Miracle. They'll get to dispose. Lots of physical damage. GH trying to heal Miracle back up. He's got the hook, the Dismember to continue to frontline in this fight, take down a third hero. Into the Breach, they don't get anything out of this, and now they've got to run. Only Supreme and Ari left, as their knockback will be there. Supreme caught back in the stun of Kuroki. He'll hype with the meld. A little bit of a dispose and a rebound speed boost to get Supreme back under the safety of the tier 2 tower. Tried to poke back a little bit, but he has to keep his distance with the amount of catch that Nigma Galaxy does have.
It's 10 minutes in, we've got the 5-on-5 in the mid lane, and yeah, the tankiness of Nigma.
Ooh, that was a close one.
That tickled it.
Nearly reached Supreme there. And with that move, Nigma Galaxy now claim the mid tower, 10 minutes in.
I was mentioning aggression, and the time that Into the Breach kind of blundered their aggression bot lane, then also mid with the positioning of TA, Nigma just instantly used their global presence, the TP of the Furion, everyone just collapsing in, and in doing so, they also had the Kotl hill, the Io hill, the setup from the Nyx, the hook, like everything was just so strong from Nigma that Into the Breach with their 1x1 couldn't do it. So much damage.
I mean, he's building up the Flesh Heap stacks already here. Miracle with 10 minutes in, he's already got 8 stacks built up.
Yeah, of course, just straight rushing that Aghanims. He understands that this is going to be a critical timing. If he's able to pick up that Aghs, let's say in the next 4 or 5 minutes, he's going to start walking down some lanes with his team. But again, I'd like to see Into the Breach not lose confidence in the fact that they were kind of outplayed in that mid fight. Yeah, that's worth. That's very worth. Yeah, unfortunately for Into the Breach, once the game gets Nigma controlled, their ability to make smokes and moves is very hard, because by the time that you find a hero, there'll always be the relocate reaction or a Nyx breaking your smoke. So once Nigma kind of gets to their comfort ground or just the middle portion, it will be very hard. So I think Into the Breach, they need to identify that soon and try and get something going. And unfortunately, Kadara, as he tries to de-ward, tries to walk around the map, instantly killed off. And that's what's going to happen pretty much for the rest of the game.
Oh yeah, he's always joining for a Flesh Heap here, Miracle.
It's literally just the reload for the Flesh Heap.
Oh, very cute. Making sure that he brings GH back rather than being relocated back to where they came from.
That was nice. I hope they do that in like a
clutch situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like all of Into the Breach are surrounding the relocate, and it's like, all right,
yeah,
little hook back. Oh, thank you very much.
Absolutely. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, that mechanic works wherever you are. You know, if you're caught in that hook, by the time it's pulled to the pudge, you'll always be brought back to the ending of the hook, the bit that he's pulled you into. So if you time that nicely with a relocate, you can keep your buddy Io around. And another hook, and another kill, and another flesh. 10 stacks already here, 12 minutes in. Nigma Galaxy hitting their stride, and Miracle having a very enjoyable opening to this game. 6-1 and 4.
And look how quickly they go from kill and just running across the map. Supreme, he blinked with the solar bind, so incredibly slow.
Hook's gonna miss. They may still have a chance on this one. The Solar Guardian will be coming in to help Supreme out. And Miracle, he'll be happy to continue to run him down. See who he turns towards over in the river. Taker trying to take down Mind Control, but the heals are there. Mind Control will live. Taker will not.
Yeah, I think Into the Breach, they're realizing now that they just have a lack of damage, right? Mike Miracle, he went from kill to kill, from mid to bot, back down to bot. Like, he doesn't care about hitting the creeps. He wants to farm.
He just wants to kill heroes.
I mean, it gives you a nice bit of gold.
Slowly rock down.
Will Kadara high five him?
No,
okay.
five.
Will GH high five him?
No.
Oh my god.
I am left him hanging.
That is
No
disgusting
wonder he's
behavior.
showing his face there. Disappointment from Miracle.
Absolute dismay.
He was like, all right, that's how it is. No high five for me.
Not gonna hook you again.
Pepe hands. Well, Kuro, he's ready with a global setup, but they've got some TPs ready to do something.
They've
with
got
this
to
one.
relocate if needed.
They do.
And there it is.
Here it comes. Oh,
Don't even need it.
a little too late. I mean, he's a disappointing. Miracles, I came over here for a flesh heap stack. I'm not going to get it.
Doesn't get a high five. Doesn't get a flesh heap snack. Need some stern words after this game.
He'll get a tower, though.
Is it worth it though, Owen?
And again, nicely done. Keep GH in the neighborhood.
Okay, so the high five didn't really have too many repercussions because he's still hooking him. Fair play. Yeah, into the breach. Right now, I would argue this is honestly not too bad for them. If they can sacrifice one hero for the relocate, the Fury and TP, the Nyx Vendetta, it is going to open up the rest of the map for heroes to farm up. But I think for Nigma, their draft is really strong in their quick pickoffs. But once there's, you know, BKB, Shivas, all these bigger ticket items, Nigma will run into issues of how do they then have the damage? Like, this is the next 15 minutes of this game is their best window to completely swarm the entire map. So I think into the breach, they can bait Nigma a little bit. It's like, please over-rotate to us. Do your quirky hook relocate plays in this. And in the meantime, they are farming up the correct heroes. Yeah, it will be a difficult portion of the game for Into the Breach. It's not as if they can sneak away a Roshan, especially with the Kotal, the Nyx, the Fury, and all being able to scout out the pick quite nicely.
Without a doubt, that this is going to be quite a very quick and deadly Aghanims pickup for Miracle.
Oh, he's like 400 gold away, isn't he?
It's a close one. Once that's there, it's not going to be fun fighting anywhere near the Pudge. Spot him. Kuro. He's got the setup. Samael's got the kill. 17 to 9. Gold difference not too great. You know, they're definitely into the breach despite losing on the kills by quite a bit. Making sure they're getting decent money out of the map.
I just really want to see Miracle pick up the Ags, walk into the middle of the fight with Rot plus the overcharge, get to see some of those damage numbers.
The heroes are just going to melt.
Yeah. I think Jibe is going to maybe run in on the Razor. Like, guys, I've linked him. Wait a second. It doesn't matter. I'm rotting to death as he sips his watermelon bottle of water. Yeah, you really got to dodge this Pudge for the next portion of the game. It's not as if they have like a Vessel anyway on their team. They've got Deso soon complete on TA, help with the minus armor, but there isn't like a Vessel buyer. They don't obviously have a Skadi buyer at 16, 20 minutes. So very much going to be a Pudge really lapping up that regeneration.
And still, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a little bit of time until GH has the money for the shard, which is going to add that extra bit of potency to the combo and the power that Miracle has as they just walk in, take out the Enchantress. Goodbye, Kadara. I'll take a tier 1 tower here as well. Oh, no, maybe not Miracle. He's actually going to get taken back up top. So they can make a move there.
Distribute the farm, and that's the main thing, right? You pick off a hero, you can play super spread across the map. Oh, he himself is going for the, Ghost Scepter. Because, of course, most of the damage, I mean, all of the damage, realistically, from the Into Breach is coming from physical or right clicks.
Yeah. And he can, of course, just still do pretty much all the damage himself whilst being Ghost Sceptered.
Yeah, props to TA. Done an incredible job keeping up the net worth. Actually, hasn't even died in this game. Looked like it was close to, but still. Picking up the Deso now, going for the Hurricane Pike after.
Yeah, has to be able to keep their distance to the Pudge. Supreme.
Yeah, 100%. If you get on top of the Pudge or the Pudge gets on top of you, it's going to be a disaster. This tier is just going to melt. Very much positioning and distancing is key. Luckily for Into the Breach, they do have, of course, the Solar Guardian. They have Marcy to reposition. They do have ways to deal with it. But now, the Death Ball, the tankiness is online for Nigma. They march down the lanes. Treants overcharge, Pudge be clicking.
No, we're not going to see any effort to try and hold this tier 2 from Into the Breach. We know how difficult it would be right now against this beefiness of the push that Nigma Galaxy have around Miracle's Pudge. 2700 HP here, 18 minutes in.
It's the race for the BKBs right now. Tia, of course, is nowhere near hers. Raises a whole component away. Dawnbreaker, I don't even want to entertain how far away
Is under attack.
she is from the BKB. And that's where Nigma, they've identified their strength. They take the top tier 2, you sweep across the map. They have to find kills. Poor Ari, he might even tank it up himself.
I mean, Miracle will take anything. Any kill's going to be an extra flesh heap.
Not doing too bad on the hooks, to be fair. Nice little 11 for 5 score. Monster moments could include the 5 missed hooks. Even though he's hit a lot more, but why not? Or the 11 hit hooks. Depends on how you want to see it.
Oh, they've got to get out of this jungle.
Supreme's kind of dicing with death
And
there.
Miracle's charging in. Oh! That's a nice one.
You love to see it.
Some respect there from his teammates. Mind controlling some out with the tips. Oh, nice juice here from Kadara. That might just save his life, yeah.
Yeah, he's out.
Nice dodge around the tree line. He's out before Kuro can find him.
And also trying to pick up a 4-stuff. They just want to disengage from the fight pretty much. This raid boss just running around the map. He's not even that like high level relative to what carries are normally in this position, right? Level 14, just A-clicking around doing his thing. Doesn't really matter. Of course, he's been sharing XP with the Eye, helping out the team quite a lot. And now with the Ghost Scepter as well. If he sells that Bracer, picks up the plate mail. Alright, does that... Okay, we saw it off camera, but does that count? He hooked a creep. I feel like that counts as a null hook. Like, that doesn't even go for the hit.
It depends how you want to record it. I mean, you know,
I'll let production decide.
He hit what he was going for, so it's
No, that's true,
technically
that's true.
it's a hit. Now into the Roche they go.
This is falling relatively fast.
Yep. They're burning through this quite nicely.
Thank you very much, production, for clarification on that. And yeah, as much as we've been talking about this Pudge and the tankiness and damage he does, it helps that Mind Control is playing this Furion like it is as a carry, right? He's going for Mjolnir, of course he's got the Shard, he's going to scale into BKB, maybe later down the line the Satanic. Like, they are covering some of the weaknesses.
They could go for here. Look at the grab on Ari. Ari is able to jump up to the high ground with a rebound, but Miracle just walks up there to chase them out. Jibe's down. Same for Otaka. A little bit of a trap onto Supreme, but he's able to force out in time and goes for the TP. He'll live. But everybody else on his team is dead.
They just A-clicked up the high ground, threw up a couple of spots, individuals melted. Like, how quick was that fight over? It's 20 minutes into the game. The farm is relatively even pre-fight, like core to core, like you think about the TA, but the TA just couldn't enter the engagement. They just died so quickly. Like, sure, Supreme, he's doing a stellar job.
I mean, stellar, more than stellar. Look at that, actually setting a record.
But
highest CS, 21 minutes in on any hero.
But he's not even done any damage in that previous fight. This 8k lead, it honestly feels like a 20k lead, just because of how hard it is for this TA to translate that net worth into any effective team fighting.
It really feels like he needs all the items in the body. He needs the Nullifier and the BKB, pretty much, it feels, at this stage, Supreme.
Yeah, and
to
then
be able to have a presence in the fights.
And just look at this fight, right? It starts with Kadara getting caught out of position there, the hook quickly on Ari, but then Kuroki just really nicely from the backside, hitting them off, and straight away to another fight. Why not just keep going?
Looking for Supreme, they'll find him. The Solar Guardian's coming in. Give him a bit of a chance. Supreme, he'll try and escape, but Mind Control TP's in on the back lines, takes him out. 4 dead again on into the breach, and this time including the big one, taking out Supreme.
This is just honestly a really beautiful draft from Nigma. I just love how each of their heroes just complement each other. The Io helping the Pudge, the Nyx setting up for the Io or the Furion, and on top of all of that chaos and tankiness and damage, you have this just casual Sumel Coddle just throwing out spells, also keeping people alive. This is a disgusting death ball.
And straight up to the top, they'll get an effective team wipe.
You show on the map, you're gonna die against this lineup. Pudge, of course, picking up the Blink Dagger as well, just really cementing that point there. And racks to 4. Oh, just in.
I mean, they're ready to go for more. Won't be able to get the hook this time. And they're ready to start a bit of fountain diving. Kadaro blasted by Samao.
Oh, Miracle's got another hook up. He's looking for it. He's hungry.
See what he can fish for.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
A little bit cheeky there from Nigma.
And they want to get some more flesh heaps. Ooh,
Okay.
not quite able to find. He wants to go in.
He's got the Ghost Scepter. He
He's
can take
able
the
to dive a
fountain.
little bit. Now get in and get out. So they can go for more. Supreme trying to go for GH, but the Ghost Scepter's there and ready. Miracle, he's going to try and time it. The BKB is out on Jibe. Look at the hits and onto GH. They've taken out GH. 2 or more they can find. Mind Control just stands his ground with the BKB, but Supreme's got high physical. There's the jump. The Kuro gets the stun out onto the 2. Miracle's in on top of the TA. The Rot will kill him. 4 dead. As Nigma Galaxy, they're getting away with a bit of fountain diving here into the breach. They can't punish it.
It's got it again.
He wants to get a team wipe, and they've got it. Into the fountain, takes out Ari. Looks to try and get a cheeky hook onto Kuro.
That counts. That counts. He was trying to hit Kuro.
Dire's middle tower
Honestly, just the value of these Ghost Scepters just super OP at this point in the game.
Let's see, he wants another.
Go for it. Oh!
They're early, but it doesn't matter. They'll dive and pick it up. GG's cool. 37-10, 22k lead, 24 minutes in. Nigma Galaxy. I mean, you would say they're having a bit. I mean, they're definitely having a lot of fun with the draft, but it wasn't a meme. This was a genuinely
this was a genuine strat.
Great synergy. The strat was great. Sure, it worked out here.